Yeah, so anyway, Never Settle podcast. What's going on? Andrew.
Noah.
And we're here just talking about self-improvement journey. Honestly, I don't even want to call it self-improvement anymore. I think we're so far past that.
Yeah, it's getting old.
Like, self-improvement is so, It's like, oh, self-improvement.
I mean, it's what we are, but
this
like...
is life.
Yeah.
This is how life should be lived. So we should just, like...
Right. It's self-improvement, but it's more like we want to show you the best way to live life.
You know what we're going to do from now on? We're not going to label it anymore. We can't label us. Like, we can't put a label on everything. So we're just going to do this and call it whatever it ends up being.
I like that. Yeah.
So it'll be Never Settle podcast, but, I mean, it's broad.
Like, yeah,
Never Settle.
We stand behind Never Settle, and we know what Never Settle means. But, yeah, right. I think this podcast can be like... I think we should just start talking, and whatever it becomes...
Can be whatever it wants.
Whatever it becomes, it becomes. Like, I'm all for that.
Like, we're going to spread, like, whatever knowledge we might have, whatever mindset thing that we got going on. Like, right now, I think we're really in the mindset of not caring about what other people think and really doing what God has called us to do. And
100%.
Really not giving into what I guess you could say society is pushing really at this
world.
Point. We're going the opposite way. We're not settling.
I just call it the world straight up because, like, it's literally us versus the world, and whoever joins us, it's us versus the world.
And kind of like we were saying in the pod at Fort Weatherall, like, never settling isn't like you can take never settle in two different ways. You can be like, okay,
you can take it in multiple different ways.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm thinking of like the extreme far and then the extreme like. Left, far right, far left, right? So you could either be like, all right, I'm never settling, which means I'm not settling for any boundaries. I'm not settling for any like morals, right? So you can go so far one way. Think about like your previous life.
Right.
Like you could never settle when it comes to how many girls you have or all that stuff. Or you can never settle, but it's like now you have a backbone. So you're never settling for that because at the end of the day, sometimes when you think that you have more, you actually have less. So think about that.
For us, never settle is we are not settling for the life that this world has to offer.
The bad stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like that's like...
There's so much...
Y'all know... I didn't want to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But think about this, right? I think people know what is bad. They just choose to ignore it. The fact that, it's bad. Because when you see all these people making excuses for why things are okay, you shouldn't have to make an excuse for why things are okay, right?
I was thinking that.
So it's like people who watch this stuff, and they know deep down in their head, in their mind, they know stuff is bad. Like whatever they're doing, they know it's bad, but they continue like they make excuses
why they continue to do so.
So like stop making excuses to be a bad person.
Right.
Like if you got to make excuses for why you like act a certain way, why you
if you genuinely
do what they do, like
if they genuinely thought that was the right way, there should be no excuses. Like that shouldn't even be a thought to be in their head. Like, I shouldn't even have to make any excuses.
Like, think about this. People make excuses for not going to the gym. You think I make excuses when I go to the gym?
Right.
Like, what? Like, not going to the gym is bad. Like, it doesn't... Yeah, anyway. That was a little off topic.
Take care of your body.
No. Yeah.
Doesn't... the Bible says take care of your body because it's like
not even ours.
It's a temple, right?
Yeah. Like people
take care of it.
No, bro, I could go so off tangent with that, bro. Cause the whole body like empowerment thing, whatever.
Yeah. Nah. Save it.
I can save that, bro.
Save it.
Save it.
Another time.
But this is the latest we have actually ever done this podcast.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't matter anymore because we're not going live. It just goes straight up to YouTube now.
Yeah, that's true. But I
like it so much better like this.
I think we can say since starting this, our lives have drastically improved.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Drastically.
Not because of the podcast. It's just like naturally what we're doing in our lives.
Yeah.
And this is just an outlet for us to kind of like...
But I think us talking and putting this stuff out there. Because like, remember we were saying like there's power in words? So us talking out loud, spreading good ideas between each other onto other people. that automatically will bring us good back, right? Because if you put out good, you get good back, right? It's a godly principle. So the more you give, the more you get. So I think us, even if we have a small audience, us just putting it out there for people to see is automatically going to bring us back good tenfold.
Right. And as great as that is, I don't even care about that. Like, the whole point of this is, like, we want other people to be better.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, the fact that it's like a testimony to the people that are watching, and even us. Like, the more, once you stop thinking about, oh, it's all about me, I put this on my Instagram before I deleted it again, because screw Instagram, bro. But I put this note out for about a couple hours. I said it because I woke up and something told me to put it
Instagram on. Notes.
Yeah. I woke up and I definitely feel like it was God telling me, just put it, not just for everybody else to see, but also for you to, like, understand. It's not all about you. It's not.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
you did post that.
So it wasn't about other people seeing that and being like, oh, okay, it's not about me. It was also for me. Because a lot of things I've done on Instagram, especially with my old account, the spam account, right?
Yeah.
That used to be my journal.
Right.
I didn't care who saw it.
Dude, I turned my main account into a journal.
Yeah, I seen that.
Bro, I literally don't care. My main Instagram account that has like almost 1,000 followers is like 950 or something. All those people to see, they're going to see some crazy stuff because I'm literally just using it as a spam account. Like, anything I want to post, I'm going to post. Like, I don't care what people think anymore. Like, I'm sick of the narrative of, like, oh, your Instagram
upholding
has to
image.
be. Yeah.
It's over.
That's exactly it. Upholding an image. I'm not trying to look like everybody else. I'm not trying to post like everybody else. I'm sick of that box of, like, oh, Instagrams have to be this way. You have to use these captions. You have to post, like, you got to make yourself look great. I'm literally posting just random stuff that, I find interesting.
We got to change the game somehow.
Right. Like, I don't care anymore.
Because if we continue to do the same thing over for a long period of time, it's never going to evolve. People, and you've seen it now. So what happened was upholding that image became the standard. So what it evolved into was just a fake world. So we have to bring it back somehow, right? We can't continue to let it evolve into something even more faker.
It's fake.
So, see, I can't really seem to do that. So, like, I have to delete it.
Right.
I just can't even be on there.
Right.
Because
I mean, everybody's different. For me, it's like, I like Instagram because I, like, keep up with friends, family members, and, like, a few people I follow, this and that, right? Yeah. But at the same time, like, I do like posting things, but, like, it's more for me. Like, I'm not posting for anybody else. I'm posting random things that I like that, it would go against, like, the normal Instagram posting. Like, everybody posts, like, all these, like, pictures of themselves, making themselves look good, using these, like, clever captions and all that. Like, I hate that. I literally, post a thought I have as the caption, and then it's just, 10 pics or videos of just, like, random things that I thought were cool, throughout the week, or, like, motivational things, this and that. It's just, that's all I'm using it for. It's like my digital online journal, but with pictures and videos instead of words. Yeah.
So, I mean, we're getting a little bit off topic. We're going to end this topic real quick. But
no, this has been good so far, though. It's it's genuine.
I mean, we've talked about this before, but I just was thinking about something when it came to Instagram. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say it baffled me when I found out that, like, a lot of people will take multiple days to figure out a caption.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's not that serious.
So when I was with her,
bro, the self bleeping is crazy.
So,
yeah, that's great.
So anyway,
that's great.
Yeah. So she would take days. It would be a literal thing to figure, like an actual task to figure out a caption.
Yeah.
And I was trying to change the game back then because back then I really didn't give a crap.
Yeah.
Now I don't, but it was a different type of don't care.
I feel you.
So back then, when I was posting, whatever came to my mind in that exact moment when I was going to post is what the caption was. I never, ever
I like that.
sat there.
Yeah, that's
like
what
a
I
weirdo.
do. Yeah. That's
and
what I
typed
do
in
when
my
I'm
notes. Like, oh, what am I?
right,
The hell?
dude.
Because it's actually corny now. Because I've seen a lot of posts of people like, whatever, and they'll use like a rap lyric. I'm like, yo,
Oh, it's always rap
this
lyrics.
is so corny, bro. Like I see you like at Stop and Shop talking about get my racks up, need my hoes to hit me up,
bro.
like bro.
That's so facts.
Eagle emoji.
We literally see these people working their part-time jobs, like, at random places, right? Yeah, and they're posting captions as if they're like multi-million-dollar rappers.
No hate, but like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it's just we're trying to help y'all out. It's corny.
We really went off on a tangent, but I had to.
Who cares?
I
It
delete
needs to be said.
I delete Snapchat, right? And then I re-download it to go see something. And then I find out all these people that I had. I went on like a girl, you remember last year.
Yeah.
Just girl quick ad. So,
I think we all did that.
half of them, right? They deny it. So I'm subscribed to them. And then I see them. I see them at the gym. Just normal. They don't talk to nobody, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I see you every day. You haven't done anything. Nothing of importance. Like, you're no celebrity. Yet
Right.
I'm subscribed to you.
Yeah.
I hate these apps so much.
It's stupid.
And
Yeah.
you're telling me you're on another level than me.
And even on Snapchat, it tells you the number of subscribers that you have. Or like it gives you a rough estimate, right? So these girls and even guys, like there's guys who have like these
Yeah, there's
subscription
guys.
accounts. And all these people,
If you're
you
a
know-
guy with like a public profile, it's not, bro. You're gay.
yeah, it's crazy.
You're actually homosexual.
You're gonna get hate for that, but whatever.
care.
Anyway, all these people they think they're like celebrities almost. When they see this, they're like, oh, I'm popular. I'm this. I'm that. Like, no, you're normal. It's these apps that are making you think that.
You know what? It brings up a good thing that I just thought about. What good does it make you if you're like popular or you think you're popular but you're not actually? What good does that do for you? Like in the long run?
Delusion. I don't know.
Like, let's say for example, right? You're a girl. So like, girls' egos have been completely boosted by like the number of people that just go crazy over them, right?
Yeah.
So like they get thousands of followers.
Unlimited options.
Or even if you're like a guy, like you're just a popular guy and everybody follows you, right? But you haven't actually done anything. You haven't provided any value. Let's just say you're good looking, right? That's about it.
Yeah.
What good will that do for you in the next couple of years? When you're just either working a normal job or you just become a normal citizen.
Nothing.
So, but like now it's like you've been boosted to another level where you think that you're above everybody else.
Right.
And I think that's where those people like originate from. So like the people like I'll see at like Aldi or whatever, like the customers that think they're just better than everybody else.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens. So I feel like if you're not humbled early, in some sort of way, you turn out to be just a delusional dickhead.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And that's worse than anything else, I think.
Yeah, bro. There's so many people come to mind when you say that. It's like
Too many people. But we're
and
not
it's
going to
not.
talk about
Yeah,
it.
it's not like we're hating on them. It's like we just want to see you be better. Like what you're doing is corny, it's cringy, and it's not going to get you anywhere.
So the argument,
change.
yeah. So the argument they're going to hit us with is you're saying that because you haven't been in that position, which is true. I haven't been in that position. But at the same time, you can kind of realize it and you can see it from the outside.
Right. Whoa. I've not known personally, but like I've heard from so many people on TikTok and Instagram who've had huge platforms, but have not really provided what's the word I'm looking for?
Just like something long term, like any value.
Value. All these people who have not really provided any value, but have these huge followings, they've come out and said themselves like they feel empty and they feel purposeless.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, if you're not providing value, but you have the platform to do so, you're going to feel, purposeless.
Okay.
Like you're going to be kind of like, what am I doing? There's so many people who have come out and said that. So they've had the top of the top, like popularity and fame. Like they have all these followers and this and that. And they're like, I feel empty. I feel purposeless. Like all this means nothing. Cause they're not actually putting themselves out there, providing value.
Yep. And so, wow, I get a lot of good thoughts while we're talking. This is great. But
that's the point of podcasts.
Yeah, literally.
We roll off.
But I just thought about, remember when we talked about, it was like one of the first things we talked about when we had this like whole new setup. Yeah. It was like, I was asking you like, what's your definition of happiness? So I would kind of like to not exactly retract it, what I said, but a new way of looking at it, right? So I truly...
Before you start, I just want to say, so this is the beauty about growing and especially doing it on the podcasts. So things we've said in the past, we always have the opportunity to come back and either say we were wrong, change our view, or say something to add on to what we've said before. 100%. So like this is all part of growing. Like the things we say here on this podcast are like what we know or think in the moment, but time goes on, our views change.
Keep it a stack, man.
Right. Time goes on, our views change and our perspectives change, and sometimes we find out that what we thought was wrong. And if that happens, I know both of us will come on and say either we were wrong or our views have changed on this.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
This is I don't know where you're going with this, but this is I'm pretty sure this is a perfect example of, adding on to you just growing. Yeah. Basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so I'm not like fully retracting what I said, but I would just like to think that happiness is no longer like I've said this before, but it's not just about you. Like I was saying earlier, it's not all about you. First of all, your happiness shouldn't just derive just from you, because that would be a very selfish view of the world.
Right.
But also, I'd like to think that being happy is, like we've been saying before, it is a long-term thing, and it's very continuous. So I'm thinking now, right, as we were talking about that, the only way to truly be happy over time is to work at something over time. And to work at something over time is the journey of life. So what you have to do is, even in the worst of the worst moments, you have to be happy. You can't go about life, right? And this wasn't even supposed to be about happiness, but this just popped into my head.
No, yeah, go for it.
You can't go about life thinking, when I have this, I'll be happy. When I reach this, I'll be happy.
That's facts.
When I meet this person, I'll be happy, right?
Right, always looking for
real happiness is derived from what's the word I'm looking for the long term? Delayed gratification, right? That's happiness right there. And through that, you have to be happy through that, because delayed gratification isn't like, okay, I'm putting off something right now so that in 5 years I can be happy. No, that may be true, and you'll reach another level of that, but in the moment, you'll still have to be happy.
Right.
You'll have to be happy with what you have, right? Because like we were saying before,
contentment.
Yeah. So you can't. That's like you're gonna mess yourself up.
Right.
Like if we're sitting here, right, constantly thinking we're not gonna be happy until we move. What's that gonna do for us?
It's not. Yeah, you're right.
So like, yes, we're gonna find happiness in the delayed gratification of us putting in the work now to get to where we want to get to.
Yeah.
That's another level of it. But we also have to be happy with what we're doing right now.
Yeah. For our situation, we got to be content with the things we're doing with content right now. We got to be content with where we live and what we have to work with.
Yeah.
I completely agree. And in recent months, like I've felt that like, and I wouldn't even really call it happiness. I'd call it more of like a feeling of being at peace.
Yeah,
right.
Like happiness is weird. It's
I'd call it more being at peace and being content with like where I am, where I'm going, what I'm going through, and everything I have with me. Right. So
like that's like, it's a cool way to look at life that way.
Right.
Because I truly think that everything that we go through is all about how we perceive it. Because like that's just what we do. Like when you go on vacation, you just perceive that lifestyle is better.
I want to say
it's perception.
I might have said this in previous podcasts and maybe some recent ones. I don't even know, but I want to say that like mentally, I feel like I'm in the best position mentally that I've ever been in my life. Like, I'm at the point where, like,
Yeah, you have said this.
yeah.
But
yeah,
you said it again, man.
Yeah, I think I've said this before, but yeah, I'll say it again because I feel like
Let these people know that this is what it is. Like, this is
Right.
how you just don't feel like a piece of shit all the time.
no, yeah, bro. Yeah, recently, like, mentally and just, you know, everything that's going on in life, like, I feel at peace, and, you know, this is the best I've felt mentally in my entire life.
All right, but ready? Instead of telling them how you feel, right? Well, tell them how you feel. But tell them why you feel this way. You have to let them know how to get to where you are.
How to get to where I am. You're right.
You've because it's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
So you can't get on camera and just be like, I feel great. Everybody's gonna be like, how you feel
So I was gonna add on to that. So right now, like I said, I feel like I'm in the best position mentally that I've ever been in life. Like, mentally, I'm there, and it's because.
So how did you get here?
I got here because.
Y'all need to hear this.
I have the ability to go through anything that life throws at me with utmost confidence and peace because of Jesus.
Amen. No.
I can literally end it right there. It's just Jesus, period.
Boom.
Period.
But it's facts.
But
That was crazy.
oh, it's the wind.
Yeah, I know. But that was creepy.
Yo, dude was shook. He said, "Yo, your door's opening." The door is opening, bro. Nah. Anyway, yeah, I'm the best I've ever felt mentally, and I'm able to go through anything that life throws at me with just this crazy peace that's washed over me. Right, that like. I really have the confidence where I could like go through anything and be good, and it's all because of Jesus. It's because of Jesus.
And that's
all
facts.
it comes down to.
That is so facts. Like, getting closer to him and like just learning and growing in that area is what truly like sets us apart from the rest. And we're not saying that we're better, but I'm telling you, like, you don't get this like anywhere else. Like, you can't find this. Because we're not rich. We're not like super like shredded. We're not the most athletic. We're not the best at anything that we do. Like, I can't think of anything that we're better than, like, super like 1% better than everybody else. Like, so.
Know what's crazy though?
We've found peace.
Yes.
In what we're doing, and it's hard. It's not easy. But the fact that we're not like sitting around taking drugs, like numbing the pain away, blah blah blah. Like, there's a reason for this, and y'all need to understand. Like,
100%. No, what's crazy is like, I'm not saying I'm better than anybody in any way, but I can confidently say that I'm probably happier and more at peace than most billionaires. No, like, I'm dead serious.
No, I know. It's tough. The amount it takes to be
it is completely possible to be a multimillionaire or a billionaire and feel empty and feel valueless and feel what's the other word?
Just lost.
Purposeless.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting the word. But yeah, there's so many billionaires and multimillionaires out there that feel purposeless, right? And
so that's why they all end up seeking God at some point.
Right. Because of God, because of Jesus, because of the journey that he has put me on, I now feel like I have purpose. That purpose has given me a sense of peace that, like, everything I'm going through in life, it's all for a reason, which is why I can go through any torment and bad thing that comes my way because I know there's a reason for it. I know that Jesus is going to get me through it. And I know at the end of whatever I go through, I will become a stronger, smarter, more knowledgeable person. I will just be a better person overall. And every time I kind of like level up and go through something and be better, I'm getting closer and closer to like my main purpose, right? My main purpose in life. And ultimately, I think it's to just show people this lifestyle, show people that Jesus really has the power to like give you the most ideal and perfect life you can think of.
Yeah, I mean, because we could sit here, and I see it all the time with like preachers and whatnot. They'll sit there and they'll say, oh, this is what he'll do, and you follow God, and like this is what will happen. Believe in Jesus, and this will happen. But like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, sometimes people don't really believe it because they don't see it. So what we have to do is what we're doing right now, like that some people don't do, is we're telling them, and then we're also showing them through like our life and what we're doing, like when we film videos and when we talk, like like y'all can see it, and y'all are seeing the progress.
You brought a thought to my head. I think we gotta probably do a better job at showing that, because like I have an entire testimony on like why I'm living the way I'm living right now. And if I feel like if people heard it, 90% of who hears it is gonna they're gonna question like their life and the way they're living, right? Because they're gonna be like, whoa. I confidently will stand by that.
Yeah, like why choose a lot? Because like if you're watching this, right, at this point they understand like this podcast is based on the word never settle, which means underlying theme is that we're not settling for less, right?
Yeah.
So why in the world would somebody sit there, right? Even if they're watching this, right? Why would you sit there and settle for something that's not like fulfilling you, I guess you could say, right?
Because
like they'll sit there and actively choose to not believe in God
because they don't know the worldly life they're given is less.
It is less.
It is less, yes,
like,
but they don't know this. They think this is it. They don't know that.
So they think they're getting more, but in reality,
they don't know.
Of,
so many people don't know that like the lifestyle that Jesus offers you is better than everything, and they fail to see that. Even if they were to run into someone who preaches that to them, there's most likely they're going to fail to actually see it. Like I feel like us and others have to do a better job at like actually showing how the lifestyle that he offers is better than the lifestyle that the world offers.
We have to show that. That's a good idea.
Dude, that's been in my head for months, and like I want to do it so badly. Like
that's actually really good.
Through this and through my own personal content that I plan on doing soon. This summer we have so much time, bro. Like I feel like part of my purpose, at least for this moment in time, is to show people like why Jesus' lifestyle and the way that he offers is better than what the world has to offer.
You'll never believe this, bro. This is exactly what I had planned on doing a year ago. So a year ago, right? My underlying theme of content creation, right, was to do this, right? Well, I didn't have the podcast idea yet. But the whole idea, even up until now, was to show how improving is actually fun. And like there's a creative side to it. There's more to it than just sitting there reading a book, taking down notes, like the boring part. There's a fun aspect of it. So
so many people fail to see it.
Ties in, right? We have to, because people are visual learners. A lot of people.
I'm a visual learner.
Everybody sees, it just popped in my head, like we're talking about. Everybody sees like the opposite lifestyle. So they see all the lights, the money, the alcohol. They're in a club, like it looks fun, right?
Yeah.
We don't show the fun side. Nobody like the Christian lifestyle, everybody thinks you just sit down.
Right.
Blah, blah,
dude,
blah.
So many people
you talk out the Bible, I'm restricted, I can't do anything.
So many people,
we have to show them.
Right. So many people who are not Christian and don't know Jesus think our lifestyle is so boring
and restricting
and cringy and this and that. And they're like, no, I want nothing to do with that. But I feel like it's our job to do a better job of showing them why this lifestyle is better and like showing them, why it's fun, why it's this, why it's that. Like, because everybody has the wrong idea about it.
Bro, look how much fun we have on a daily basis.
Dude, I know. And it's crazy because most Christians want to keep it that way almost. Like they want to hold, casting out people who sin and this and that. They want to hold it for themselves and be like, no, I'm better than everybody. I'm this, I'm that. And it's like, I almost don't even want to consider myself Christian anymore. I will 100% stand by the fact that I'm a follower of Jesus, and I will, always stand by his way of living and his lifestyle and the way that he preaches. But I don't really want to call myself Christian because being Christian here today in America is like
they mock
It's
it, bro.
right. Well, not even then the fact that they mock it, right? It's the fact that most Christians genuinely do think like they're above everything and they're like, you know, this perfect godly being and this and that. And it's like there's so many Christians who are so hypocritical and, you know, are basically like, you know, you probably know, like in the Bible, right? Before Jesus came, all of these, I think it was the Jewish religion, actually. It was like all of these priests and, you know, higher ups.
Yeah.
They all thought they were like, you know, these perfect beings and, you know, God was like working with them and this and that. And they despised Jesus because of who he hung out with and who he tried to help, right? Because they thought they were above all that.
Yeah, because they were saying, why is Jesus claiming he's the Son of God, but yet he's hanging around with all the lowly?
Yeah, he's hanging with all the sinners. And his rebuttal to that was like, it's the sick who need a doctor. Right? It's not, the healthy don't need a doctor. If you know God, you don't need, I mean, you do need Jesus, but like Jesus was there to help the people who know nothing and, you know, who don't know the trash lifestyle they're living in, right? So anyway.
And he was also trying to say, like, I'm the Son of God. I am God, but I'm not above these people.
Right, yeah. He was like, right there with them.
I'm with you. I'm a part of you. I'm trying to show you that we are together in this. We're not.
So many Christians nowadays, even though they believe in Jesus and follow Jesus, so many Christians nowadays act like those priests and those higher ups back then, where they think they're above everybody else, right? And that's what America thinks of when they think of Christianity. That's why people are drawn away. They're like, no, I don't want to be them. I'm not even worthy to be that, this and that. Like they think it's this crazy thing, but it's not. So like there's times where like I don't even want to consider myself Christian. Like I don't want to consider myself being part of a religion. I don't want to do any of this, right? I'm a follower of Jesus. I live his lifestyle and that's that.
Right, like I was saying the other day, like this is life.
Right.
And we don't have to put any labels on it. Like this is just the way life is supposed to be. It's the way God made it. So like you just have to do it by that.
One thing, I'm going to speak directly to the camera on this, right? If you are questioning your lifestyle, or even if you're not, you would just like to live a lifestyle where you feel like you have purpose and like you have value, and you just want to live a lifestyle of fulfillment,
and
right?
You just know that there's better. Deep
and you
down,
just, you know there's better. I highly encourage you to just pick up a Bible and read the Gospels, like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Read a little bit of that. Talk to someone who, you know, might, you know, say they know Jesus, this and that.
Like if you hop, like that's a good start as well.
YouTube.
But yeah, you can hop on YouTube.
Yeah, that's
like
a really
if
good
that's
point.
really how you have to start. Just like get curious for a second.
You don't even have to do any of that. I'm just gonna leave it at this. Jesus offers a better lifestyle than the world offers. That's all I'm going to say from here on out. That's it. I'm leaving it at that.
And I always drop our socials in the bio, so you can always hit us up as well.
Right.
And we can definitely, like, if you're curious at all. But that was...
Ever since accepting that is fact, I love life. Like, I'm living every day, and I'm, like, genuinely enjoying it, despite, you know, still going through a lot.
Yeah, because, man, that's another common misconception.
Right. Like, they think they're not going to go through anything.
Following God is like, well, why doesn't he hand everything to me immediately?
Right.
Like, I'm not even going to go into that because that is such a deeper topic, and
we'll get into that
requires
another time.
A lot to talk about.
Right.
But like, bro, yes. So we go through things on a daily, right? And we talk to each other about like certain things that we deal with. Like, especially at the gym, like, like you know what I'm talking about.
Lust.
But, damn. But, it's just like.
What it is.
Yeah. I know deep down, like, life is only going to continue to gradually get better.
Oh, yeah.
And
100%.
as of lately, like, especially, like, listening to country music and all that stuff.
Yo, I put this kid onto country music. It's the way, trust me.
Like, so, yeah, I'll be, like, open and real quick. Like, yeah, we can deal with, like, all, like, I can't get, like, mess with girls right now, like, nothing before marriage, all this stuff. Like, but you're seeing them, and you're like, damn. But at the end of the day, I've been listening to music, and I've been kind of feeling good, and I'm like, you know what? Wait. This is good. If I continue to work hard, continue to go to the gym. I continue to not mess around with anybody that's not like serious and all that stuff.
Right.
I'm actively committing myself not only to just God, but I'm also making sure that I'm the best person for whoever I'm with, right? And people don't tend to realize this. They're so in the name of like just I'm free, all this stuff, right? They end up being very selfish. The whole like hooking up thing, that is so selfish, right? So like seeing that, I'm actually being super selfless, knowing that my life is going to be better. And I'm working hard and I'm putting off everything right now so that I can be the best version for somebody else. Because if I'm giving myself to everybody,
that just gave me so much new perspective, bro. I was
thinking about this at work.
I needed to hear that.
And when I was listening to the songs, right? Morgan Waller, shout out him. I was listening to the songs and I finally realized, you know what? If I continue to stray away from sin as much as I possibly can, don't get with anybody, right? Don't don't like addicted to anything. Don't continue to work
drugs,
out,
no
eat
alcohol.
healthy, follow God, continue to work hard when it comes to either work, school, podcast, whatever you're doing, right? As long as you continue to do that stuff, you'll be the best person for your future wife, right? If you're a girl, your future husband.
Yep.
If you do that, you're presenting your best self to them. And if you're doing the opposite, right? It's very selfish. Because now, guess what? You're going to go to the person that's if these people will spend the rest of their life with someone else. But if you do the opposite, now you're with somebody and it's like what? You didn't do anything in order to present your best self to this person.
Right.
So it's just like, that's what I've been thinking.
There's a reason why like people say like, you know, the more people you get with, you know,
take a piece.
You're only hurting yourself. You're hurting your own body because by the time your wife comes around, you have all this baggage, you have all this damage, and it's just it doesn't lead to anywhere good.
So I'm not even thinking about like myself. I'm not. Because like
no, I'm saying like for that person, they like you bring in so much stuff that they now have to deal with. Right. You save yourself and
but some people
try to be the best you can.
Yeah.
Then it works out for them.
Some people will think about it like this, right? So they'll have the same mindset, right?
Yeah.
But they'll constantly be thinking about themselves, even when they do this. So they'll be like, "Damn, I shouldn't have done that because now I feel like heavy. Like I feel like now I got like soul ties, whatever. I'm like, eh. Right." But if you think about it the other way, and you're just constantly like, I don't even know who my future person is, right?
Yeah.
But right now, I have an idea of who it might like, not like who it might be as in a person,
but like what you want them to be,
what I want them to be, and who they'll be in the future, and how my future will look.
I have a good idea of what I want.
Think about this not when it just comes to like your future person. Think about this about your future life as well. Do what you can right now. And I know I've said this before in many different ways in my TikToks or whatever.
Right.
But do what you can right now and constantly be thinking in the moment, right in this moment, be thinking about what you want, what your future is. Like think right now, like whoever's watching you, think about your future house. Think about where it is. Think about your future job or however you make money. Think about your future family. These things don't even exist yet. Like you don't even know who they're gonna be, what's it gonna look like, legit. But think about it. And I remember seeing a TikTok, like it changed a lot for me actually, and it was very good. So some TikToks are good. And he was he said in the video, start writing things down, because when you write things down, your thoughts become your reality, right?
Yes.
So if we're constantly thinking about this future stuff, won't it come to us? Especially if we write it down and say it out loud.
Yeah, if it's all you think about, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
But
so if you're constantly sitting there thinking about and saying out loud like what your future wife is going to look like, what your future looks like in every way, and you're putting in the work in the moment, and you're not giving it up to something that's going to take it away from you. Like if you if anybody's watching that struggles with this, and you're like constantly getting with girl after girl after girl after girl, take a break from it. Reevaluate your situation and realize, is this the type of person I want to present to my future wife.
Right, because like,
Look at yourself in the
I've
mirror.
I've never met someone who didn't want to get married and didn't want to have a family someday, right? So everybody's gonna have this thought, right? So yeah, when you go to your wife and she asks you, who you been with, and you have to tell her, there's like 35 to 50 different
Damn,
people.
that's like, yo.
No, there's
That's wild.
Yeah, there's dead ass people
Yeah.
who are out there every weekend with a new person, and that adds up over time.
So I just got.
So you can genuinely come to someone with like 50 bodies and be like, now, it's tough to get something genuine out of that.
So if anyone's confused, and I know you understand what I'm saying, but like if anybody who's watching is confused, I'm gonna put it in a really good analogy I just thought of, right? Whenever, like ever in your life, have you, like say it's a birthday, Christmas, whatever, when have you ever felt good giving someone a hand-me-down present? We always specifically go out right before somebody's birthday, right before Christmas, whatever special event it is. You always go out and get a brand new item off the shelf, and you make sure it doesn't have any rips in it, doesn't have any defects, no colored discoloration, anything like that. We get the best thing on the shelf because you want to present the best present to this person because it shows that you care, right? It shows that you care about them. They mean something to you. Like, I'm not going to, like, say it's your birthday, right? And I'm getting you an NBA jersey. I wouldn't go out and look in my closet and be like, damn, you know what?
Yeah, which one can I give him?
This jersey I've had for 20 years, right? Ripped up. I've worn it. This is a great present. Like, I'm going to go out and I'm going to find the best Cavs jersey that's on the shelf. Brand new. And make sure it doesn't have any rips because you don't want to get something from me that's been used, torn up. You're gonna look at it and be like, did you like I know not everybody is like crazy about gifts, like some people don't care, like, but it's just the analogy, right?
Yeah, no,
it's gonna
100%.
show that I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
like just take whatever I got. Think about that on a human to human connection. Oh yeah, I've been with 30 people. Take me. Just love me for who I am. I'm tattered and I'm torn up, but just accept me.
Dude, yeah.
I've treated my body like crap for years. I ate crap. I drank alcohol all the time. My liver's done, right? I'm fat. I've been with tons of people. I don't go to the gym. I have no good habits. Just take me and we'll be together for the rest of our life. But
yeah, what girl is going to say yes to that?
The alternative, I worked really hard. I went to the gym all the time. I ate healthy. I've only been I don't want to hurt the people because the people that have been with a lot of people or like multiple people, like it's not a wrap for you because you can switch.
Yeah.
Right? Once you make the switch, now it's like, okay, you got it.
Right.
But like if you're continuously doing it, whatever, you're done. But it's like I've taken care of myself. I've worked hard. You've done what you needed to do, and now you look at that person. You're like, I love you, and since I love you, now I'm presenting my best self to you because now it's no longer about me. It's about us, right?
Dude, that's so good.
You present yourself as the present.
Yeah,
that's brand new off the shelf.
That's good. And the only thing
hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that was amazing. The only thing I want to add to that is you kind of touched on it a little bit. If you are in that situation where you're going out every weekend, hooking up with
it's not too late, man.
A ton of different people. It's really not too late. Like once you make that switch and once you start improving, right? So this greatly applies to Jesus and the life that we live, right? Jesus will take you as you are, right? So if you go to him and make that switch, it's almost as if to him those bodies never even happen, right? And if you find a girl who has the same thought process, it's going to be the same for her. It's going to be, so once she sees that you made that switch, it's going to be as if they never existed. But you have to make that switch. Like if you continuously live that lifestyle, up until the point where you find your wife, yeah, you're like we said, you're gonna go to her and be like, I did all this, just take me for who I am. No girl is gonna want to take you. No guy is gonna want to take you.
Yeah.
At that point, it's wraps for you.
It's
But
been twisted.
if you change, and if you decide to make that 180, that switch, you're good. You're golden, and that's it. And I think, unless you have one more thing to say, I think that's like where we can kind of wrap it.
Yeah, I mean, I just had one more thing to say. It's just like, don't, for whoever's watching and for the both of us, just to stay focused, don't think that you going out having fun, being able, not having fun,
I see where you're going with this,
doing whatever you think that is good for you. So like, because people will say, okay, me getting with a bunch of people is empowering. It's body empowerment, because I have control, whatever. You going out and getting drunk all the time is just you having a good time, and it makes you happy. Stop thinking about you all the time and start thinking about the people that you're going to be presenting yourself to.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've said this before, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Like, obviously, your self-image, like, you shouldn't be, like, always, like, worried about what your self-image is. But you also have to present your best self. Like, in every way.
In everything, yeah.
In everything, when it comes to relationships, jobs, whatever.
Yeah.
So stop treating yourself, like, stop being so selfish and treating yourself like it's all about you. So let me go and do whatever makes me happy in the moment.
Yeah.
But it actually ends up being really selfish. Like,
yeah, taking care of yourself will definitely improve the lives of others in more ways than you know.
Like, they've twisted it. So, like, they think that, I'm being empowered. I'm just, I'm having fun for myself. It's not being selfish. It's just,
Right.
I'm doing what I need to do. But you're screwing over somebody else. Like,
right. Another thought I had on that is, your future wife, but your future family and
everything.
kids.
Yeah, I remember, like I was saying.
Think about
just
it.
Think about your future everything, like house, all jobs,
kids,
all this stuff.
Kids especially. You want to live a life where you're an example to them, but also like, you don't want to be completely destroyed yourself with drugs, then you end up hooking up this and that,
pushing it onto them.
You end up pushing it onto them, but you also, by the time you have them, you're like a shell of yourself. Right. You can't even give them your full self. So
the reason I brought this up, or why we even talked about this, damn, I lost what I was gonna say. It was actually good.
Whatever.
But so the reason I brought that up was so that for the both of us and the people that are watching is to not, well, obviously it's not settling.
Never settle.
Yeah. But it's just like, we don't want to, because we only get one shot at life, right?
Right.
So we don't want to be in like the worst possible situations. So we're saying this stuff now so that us, ourselves, and the people watching don't make that crucial mistake. Because you don't want to be looking back and being like, if I had just not done that, I was going to say it differently, but we need to do the best that we can.
I think that's good.
In the moments that we have.
Right.
And that's how you'll make sure that your future's the better.
And I think we're good there.
Yeah.
Dude, this was a good one.
I appreciate y'all tuning in.
For real.
Hopefully, I wish more people watched this through because it's really good.
This one, I can confidently say, was the best one we've done. And if we do some serious editing to this, and if we actually take this one and make like TikTok clips or something out of it,
yeah, that'd be good.
This is what we can do going forward. Like,
for sure.
Do one of these clips of us saying something like it's bound to reach a good amount of people where they can hear this and be like,
we got to do an outro real quick.
An outro?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say it but yo, thank you guys for tuning in.
Oh, outro.
Yeah, just like tap in, like the video, whatever. Don't eat Wendy's
care.
Biggie Bags.
Bro, yeah. This is going to be at the end of every video. I had one today. Don't eat Wendy's Biggie Bags. I have one every day, but don't eat Wendy's Biggie Bags.
No, I'm dead serious on that text I sent you earlier.
You're done.
I can't eat those anymore. Like, I will actively go out and buy a steak now. Or something.
See, I was
can't
doing
do
that. I was doing that, but
It takes a little bit.
they're so cheap, bro.
Nah, I can't do it.
Bro, Wendy's biggie bags are so cheap. And
Bro,
it's like,
there's a reason they're cheap.
I save so much money, and I still get my protein in.
So, y'all.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Remember,
but
there's a reason why food is cheap. Certain food is cheap for a reason.
all right. We're done here, bro. That's a whole nother podcast. That's it. We're good. We're
Never
good.
settle.
Don't eat the biggie bags.